Hey guys, this is the Dark Passenger here to review Fast and Furious. This film came out in 2009, and it's basically we've got Brian O'Connor. He's now working for the FBI in Los Angeles. He teams up with Dominic Toretto to bring down a heroin importer called Braga by infiltrating its operation. I guess that's pretty much what this film's about. Um, it's the fourth film in this franchise, and once again we've got Vin Diesel as Dominic Toretto, Paul Walker as Brian O'Connor, Jordana Brewster as Mia, and Michelle Rodriguez as Letty. And in this film, Letty, she gets killed, and I'm just gonna also talk briefly about all the films, just kind of a brief overview of the films, I guess a brief review. The first one, I don't really remember it that much, but I'm pretty sure that in that one Brian O'Connor wasn't an FBI agent, he was just a cop, and he infiltrated, Dominic Toretto's little, group, I guess, his gang or whatever it was called, and, they didn't know he was a cop from what I remember, and later on they found out, and that kind of, wasn't good for him. I don't really remember the film that much. Like I said, I'd have to rewatch it. And Too Fast, Too Furious, I remember a little more. I guess in that one he teamed up with his friend Roman Pierce. I don't quite remember what they did, but Tyrese Gibson, that's what the actor's name is. This that was an alright movie. I mean, I liked the first one better. It's not the best out of all of them, I think. And after that we had Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. In that one we just had Han and this other guy, Sean Boswell, who was played by Lucas Black. I don't really know who he is, but that movie was alright. I mean, I had some problems with it. I don't like it as much as the other ones. It's just alright. And then in 2009, this one came out, Fast and Furious, the fourth film in the franchise. In this one, like I said, we had Letty get killed. She was murdered. And yeah, this is a good movie in my opinion. I really like it. In this, Brian just teams up with Dominic again. Like I said before, and they just make a great team in this, I gotta say. And you kind of forget that Brian is an FBI agent after a while. And later on in the film, he actually kind of resigns from the FBI, and he helps Dominic to basically break out of well, he didn't quite get to prison yet. He was on the way to prison in a bus, and it was definitely cool to see this great cast back. I mean, these films just have a great cast, and Paul Walker, he is amazing in these movies. I mean, I really like him in these movies, and I really got to know his character in these movies. And it's just so sad that he's gone. I don't know what they're gonna do the seventh one. I don't know what they're gonna do without him, but you know, we'll just have to wait and see, because I heard that they're reshooting the whole thing, and it's been, and the release date has been pushed back. It'll now be 2015 sometime. But yeah, back to this film. Like I said, Dominic was on his way to prison, and then they kind of ended up helping him get away. You know, Brian, Mia, and I already forgot who else there was, but you know, they just helped him get free. And you know, that's yeah, that's actually in the fifth film. It actually shows how they help him get free. And you know, Fast Five, that's also a good film. I mean, I actually like it more than the fourth one. It's definitely my second favorite in the entire franchise. My first favorite, you know, my favorite is the Fast and Furious 6. I really love that movie. And this was his second. This was Paul Walker's second to last role, of course, because I heard that he's got a film coming out soon. You know, that's his final film before he died. So yeah, I guess you could just call this basically a review of all the films. In the fifth one, they basically rip off this Colombian drug dealer, I guess. And you know, we have The Rock in this film. He plays a FBI agent, or yeah, I think it's an FBI agent, Luke Hobbs, and he basically he basically goes after Dominic, and you know, he goes after Dominic, Brian, you know, he goes after all of them. And there's just a great fight in this film between Dominic and Hobbs. You know, I really enjoyed that. It's just awesome. And yeah, this is definitely one of the best films in this franchise by far. I really like it, and it really, I guess it made a lot of money. I mean, I guess it did make quite a bit of money. I don't exactly know how much, but I guess it was a big box office hit back in 2011 when it came out. And yeah, now I guess I'm just gonna go on to Fast and Furious 6. We have Luke Evans as Owen Shaw in this film. He's the bad guy in this film, and we have Hobbs and Dominic and Brian's, Dominic, Brian, the whole team. They're retired. They're forced to come back by Hobbs to help take down Shaw. That's basically it. And yeah, this movie is great in my opinion. I'm just glad that they decided to do another one after the fifth one. I wanted to see this in theaters, but I never got the chance. I finally got to see it, which was great. And I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than Fast 5, and I actually liked it more than all the others. And we have Letty come back. Michelle Rodriguez, Letty, she comes back, and she has amnesia. She doesn't remember anything at all. She just doesn't remember. Like, she doesn't remember Dom, she doesn't remember Brian, she doesn't remember anything or anyone from her former life, and it shows how she actually survived in the fourth film. Because, that was a I actually thought she was dead. When the fourth film came out, when I saw it in theaters, I actually thought she was dead. And now, in Fast and Furious 6, she comes back and, turns out she's not dead. I don't know. I personally do buy it. I mean, and there was a perfectly logical explanation to how she survived. So yeah, I'm definitely satisfied with that. And, Dom, he kind of earns her trust again, but she still doesn't remember anything. And there is just a great fight at the end of this movie, well, closer to the end of this movie, on an airplane between Shaw, Dominic, and also we had Letty there. So yeah, basically Dom just tried to win back her trust because he just wanted his true love back. I mean, they were basically together since they were kids, I guess, since they were teenagers. So I can kind of understand that. And he did get her back. I mean, kind of. He kind of got her back. She still didn't remember him, but it felt like home to her. And also, after after Owen got killed, after Owen Shaw got killed by Dom, after the credits in this film, there's a huge spoiler, I guess. He wants to kill basically all the members of the group now, especially Dom. It shows him killing Han, and then he calls Dom. I mean, this is Ian Shaw, Owen's brother, and he'll be played by Jason Statham in the 7th one. Like I said, he basically wants to kill all of them for killing his brother, and it shows him killing Han, and then he calls Dom and just tells him, "Oh, you don't know me, but you're about to." He basically just wants revenge on all of them. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the 7th one. I really am. Can't wait. James Wan is directing this film. It's not going to be the same without Paul Walker. Not going to be the same without Paul Walker. Not going to be the same without Brian. I guess we all can agree on that. I don't know exactly what it's going to be like, but they have the guy from Tokyo Drift coming back. And I guess this guy might be he's probably going to be the replacement. I mean, I guess that. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but I'm just hoping that this is going to be a good movie, hoping it'll be enjoyable. Jason Statham, I'm a huge fan of him. I'm a huge fan of James Wan. but this is kind of unusual territory for him. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what he does. He usually does horror films, so that's why this is unusual territory for him. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how this turns out. I'm just glad that we've got Letty back. I mean, Letty was a huge part of this franchise, I guess, a huge part of these films. So yeah, I'm just glad that she's back. And Michelle Rodriguez is awesome in my opinion. So yeah, just let me know what you think of these films. Let me know what you think of, Fast and Furious 7. I mean, what you think it's gonna be like. Just tell me just what you think of the whole franchise. That's pretty much all I gotta say. Thanks for listening. Subscribe, stay tuned for more reviews. Peace.